Здравствуйте, дамы и господа. Сегодня мы продолжаем проходить игру Banishers of Эдем. Замок сломан, сомневаюсь, что это когда-нибудь слово. Музыка слишком орет. Громкость музыки. Вот так вот сделаем. Так, и куда тут идти? Понятно.
Wasn't I always?
Раньше было.
Impressive. You Banishers are quite something.
Это все, она ей просто не.
A Banisher marched with my father's infantry. Good for morale, he said.
Soldiers usually carry their ghosts with them. War is good for our business.
I take it that's how you met. I know a soldier when I see him fight.
I never worked for the army, but something like that.
Можете прокомментировать, подписаться на канал по возможности, поставить лайк, дизлайк.
We'll come back for you, my friend.
Мы вернемся к нему, соболезную. Так, это я читал, тут все. А это тоже читал. И еще это ради двух жалких детских пор, как низко мы упали из-за пени. Если вам не нравится, почему вы из-за Егора пытался, но он сильно изменился. А что вы сделали на его месте? Я уже делаю. Он сидит за стенами форта и куда не пойдет. А здесь сражается. Он сражается за свою жизнь, капитан. Нам только мешает. Ваши разногласия подвергают весь флот опасности. Этот риск необходим, чтобы выжить. Могли бы все, но согласны. Ну, нужно положить этому конец. Может оставить ящики, я за ними сундук какой-то, однако. Рада слышать, следуйте за мной. White, откройте ворота. Пресс, чего вы ждете? Откройте ворота.
Go talk to Pennington. Make him understand, if you can.
Where can I find him? Где я могу его найти? Он прячется у себя в кабинете. Так. Я сомневаюсь, что второй парень. Матьюс, нас заперли врасплох, они погибли. Да смирите Господь над их душами. Там в плоти за штат. Так, это что за вопросик? Надеюсь, я сюда пошел. Сюда. Она указывает она. Угу. Непонятно. Как я пробраться на второй этаж? Непонятно. Ну, отсюда как-то можно, а нет. Непонятно, непонятно. Так. Где тут с нехватка железа?
How often, Abigail, must we have this fight? How often must we argue?
We shall argue until you hear me.
I hear you all too well. I hear a hoggish harridan, a narrow nag, a selfish shrew.
One of these days, I shall poison your soup.
And the day before, I'll take you to the highest cliff and push you off it.
Угу. Короче, где-то надо искать. Железо. Где тут его искать? Это железо. Непонятно. Где он откроется после событий? Я даже не знаю.
Greetings. Welcome to Ingersoll's General Store. I'm Bathsheba Ingersoll, the owner. What can I get you? A comb?
A comb. Very funny. Red McCraith, and pleased to meet you.
I met your friend Miss Duarte briefly in New Eden Town. I'm so sorry for your loss. She seemed a vibrant and resolute young woman.
And she seemed eager to leave town as quickly as possible.
Tell me about your store. Tell me about you.
The original Ingersoll's in Boston was grand and fine, but it burned in the North Square fire of 91. We moved to New Eden with Nathaniel, but before Natty could return home, my husband died. Then came the curse, and now here we are. Welcome to Ingersoll's of Fort Jericho.
You never wanted to do anything else.
My husband was prosperous and affluent. I was young and clever. We made an excellent match. He taught me everything I know. The store is my business, my legacy, my story. It is who I am. I don't like running a store. I love it.
The shopkeeper must hear everything that goes on. Tell me something interesting. Just between us.
You assume me to be a gossip monger. What do you wish to know?
What can you tell me about Captain Pennington?
He lets me trade. I like the man. He says Ingersoll's store is good for the fort. I very much agree.
What can you tell me about Helen Priest?
I like her,
Она мне нравится,
though she's
хотя она
impetuous,
порывистая,
terse
даже
even.
дерзкая, она
She fancies herself a leader,
главной,
when she should know her
и
place,
стоит
and
на
that
свое
place
место
is
следовать
below the captain.
за капитаном.
Thinking about it,
Нет, если подумать,
No.
то она мне совсем
I
не
don't think I do
нравится.
like her.
But more generally, how fares Fort Jericho?
Well, it's cold. Folk are hungry more often than not. I've little to tell you won't hear from someone else. But Ingersoll's is open, so all is well with me.
Хорошо. Ага. Понятно.
Shall we trade?
I rather think we should, sir. What
What
interests you?
интересует? Интересно. Ну вот она, да. Для задания. Отлетит, там это все, в принципе, есть.
I must take my leave.
Можно вас покинуть.
And may God go with
Да
you.
последует вас.
No Ferdinando here.
Здесь вот. Так, мы пока туда не пойдем, а пока. Так.
The store.
Лавка.
Ferdinando's? Closed.
Закрыто.
Are we in the right
Мы
place?
ошиблись местом.
Try next door.
Попробуй соседнюю дверь.
Anyone home?
Есть кто
No
дома?
one.
Papers in Miller's name.
Бумаги на
We're in the
имя
right
Миллера.
place.
Мы на верном пути.
Keep looking.
Хорошая работа.
He's organized.
Он аккуратен.
Disorganized traders lose money.
Fardy reads
Миллер
English
читает по-английски
extensively.
много.
Well, nobody's
Точно, кто не
perfect.
идеален. Так. Настоящим подтверждать, что право на собственную лавку до сего момента принадлежит госпоже Ребекке Хара Рэйф. Приходит полностью без обременения к Фердинанду Миллеру. Нужно оформление, когда это позволит. Начинаем лето вырезанными из дерева.
He's making protective
Делаем
amulets.
защитные амулеты.
He's making useless trinkets.
And he works hard to keep it away.
What is he afraid of?
Чего он боится?
What don't
Чего
we
мы не
know?
знаем.
Let's search the store.
Давай обыщем лавку. Может, с другой стороны надо выйти. Так.
Stock to trade.
Товар на продажу.
He hasn't unpacked
Еще
it.
хуже не
Maybe he intends to move on. And who could blame him?
Ну и что делать? Куда это толкать, блин, тут телегу. Что-то не пойму я. Что-то совсем ничего не пойму. Может быть, вот так вот обойти с этой стороны. Ну, возможно. Итак.
Surprisingly high quality wares.
Качественный товар.
Can't be many left in New Eden with the means to buy.
Так, 8 июня лавка торговец с чемоданом, шкатулками.
He's doing surprisingly well for himself.
Where did he get the inventory?
Откуда у него все эти запасы? Так. Последнее завещание госпожа Ребекка Рэйф из Нового находится в здравом потребной памяти. В случае моей кончины доверяю Фердинанду. Завещание.
Rebecca's will.
Завещание Ребекка, она богатая, уставила ему все.
That's where he got the inventory.
Откуда эти товары?
No.
Да, список совпадает с описью проданного.
Touch my money and I'll drop you.
Деньгами.
What are you doing here?
Что вы здесь делаете?
Thieving,
Готов
no
поспорить,
doubt.
решили что-нибудь украсть?
I'm no thief,
Я
Mr.
не
Miller.
вор, мистер
I'm the
Маккей,
Banisher.
изгнатель.
I
Я
brought
привел
Helen
вас
Priest back to
Хелен
the
Прист
fort.
назад в форт.
A banisher.
Изгнатель.
Thieves lie.
Воры лгут, откуда
How do you know
вы
my
знаете
name?
мое имя?
It is my business to
Такова
know.
моя работа. Я
Рэйф
Рэйф
Макрей.
Макрей.
If you are a banisher of
Если вы
ghosts,
изгнатель призраков, у
I have
меня
business
к
for you.
вам дело, я
I'll
заплачу.
pay.
Aye.
Да, я
I
знаю
know
про
about Rebecca.
Ребекку. Это
It's
она
she who sent me to
послала
find
меня
you.
найти вас.
She worries for
Она
you.
беспокоится о вас,
Says she
говорит,
loves
что
you.
любит.
The English have a word for that.
Англичане про такое говорят,
Hogshite.
дерьмо собачье.
Was she lying?
Она солгала, вы
You inherited her
наследовали ее
estate.
имущество.
Whichever.
Да, какая
It matters
разница,
not.
это не важно. Вы
You're a banisher.
изгнатели, ваша
It is
задача
your job to get rid of her.
ее.
Can you not just do
Просто
your
сделать
work?
свою работу.
Easy, Mr.
Спокойно,
Miller.
мистер. Для начала я
Now,
должен смотреть
I'll need to
вещи
examine Rebecca's
Ребекки.
belongings.
I sold them,
Я их
all
продал.
of them.
И до
You
единого.
did?
Да,
To who?
кому?
I don't know.
Не знаю, каким-то людям.
I wrote it down.
И
In the register.
перечислил в описи,
Read it,
почитайте,
if you wish.
если интересно.
2 recent
Два
sales to
недавних
the
покупателя
blacksmith
вещи
and
отправить
to
для курителя
Ingersoll's
в
store.
лавку Интригарского. Угу.
The storekeeper hears much. What do you hear, Mr. Miller?
I'm a busy man.
Я знаю, не
If you've a
только
question to
отлично,
ask,
так
then
и
ask it.
спрашивайте.
What can you tell me
Что
about
рассказать
Captain
о капитане
Pennington?
Пеннингтоне?
He has no problem with
Глубоко
me.
мне
I have
нет
no problem with
претензий.
him. He respected Rebecca's
Он
wishes.
полную волю Ребекки дал
He
мне,
gave me what was
что
mine.
было моим по
My
праву,
freedom.
мою
Her
свободу, право,
estate.
имущество. Он
He saw
имел
me as a man
его
and signed the
имя
papers to say
человека
so.
и подписал бумаги.
And when them who
А
saw
когда
different
кто-то,
complained,
с кем не
he laid
согласен,
down the
начал
law.
жаловаться, он настоял.
What think you of
Что
Helen
вы
Priest?
делал, Хелен
I don't think of
Я
Helen
не
Priest.
думаю о
I stay out of her
Хелен
way.
Прист, я держусь от нее подальше. И
I hope she'll stay out of mine.
жалею точно.
How are things in the fort, by your estimation?
Look around you.
Глядите вокруг,
Things are desperate.
положение отчаянное.
Have you heard the sound of their
Слышали
bodies
какие-то
crashing
звуки,
against the
их
wood?
тела ударялись о
I am a
дерево.
man of
И
courage.
я смелый человек, много
I have
выдержан,
endured
но
much.
это сводит
this-
меня с ума.
It undoes me. I don't know what
Я
you
не знаю,
people
что
have
ваш
done to
народ
this country,
сделал с этой землей, но
but there's little hope.
надежды было
And no
мало,
way out.
выхода нет. Так, а что ты продаешь?
Stuff looks good.
Товары.
Let's
Как
trade.
насчет сделки?
Now, my friend, we are conversing.
Такой раз. Ага. Продает ресурсы. Мех, кожу и шерсть. Понятно. Вот ничего полезного.
You've put quite the effort into protecting your home, haven't you?
Защитить свой дом.
You poked about my house without my say so.
I know my
Я
business,
знаю, что делаю, и
so out of generosity, here's the truth. None of it
эти
works.
штуки бесполезны.
Not the wreath, not the amulet.
Ни амулет,
None of
все
it
это не
works.
действует, несмотря на
Pretty though.
эмпатично.
His brooch is working.
Зато его брошь
It
действует.
works.
Действует.
She hasn't come
Она
back.
больше не приходила.
I can sleep
Теперь я
now.
могу спать спокойно.
I hear her calling,
Я слышу ее зов, ее
whispering my
шепот,
name.
мое имя. Я
I wait to find
просыпаюсь
her at
и
my
вижу
bedside.
ее постель. Встречаюсь у нее взглядом, она смотрит на
stares.
меня.
She won't leave
Она
me
никак от
alone.
меня не отвяжется.
She's an Akishi, a demon.
Демон.
Banisher.
Я ему заплачу.
I'll pay you.
I need a job.
Мне нужно
I accept.
работа, я согласен.
Farewell to you, Mr. Miller,
Прощайте,
sir.
мистер Миллер.
You know where to find me.
Знаете, где меня
If you're
искать,
buying,
вы покупаете, я
I'm selling.
продаю.
He'd sold it all. Everything she'd owned. And fast.
И очень быстро.
Why the hurry?
Такая спешка.
If we track her things down,
Если
perhaps
мы
they'll tell
ее
us.
ищем, может быть. Так, идем сюда. Так, тут ничего.
A note?
Записка.
Let's see.
Ну-ка посмотрим. Жозеф, я получил то, что мне задолжал славные вещички. Похоже, зрачь стал тебя лжецом. В скобочках. Раб Ребекки Фердинандо был недоволен наследием хозяйки. Угу.
Ferdinando was a slave.
Фердинандо был рабом,
She was his owner.
его хозяйкой. Она бы об этом не
She
упомянула.
kept that quiet,
Как будто это
as if it
не
were
имеет
of no
значения.
consequence. We know where to go. The barrack room.
Странно.
Pretty.
Красивый.
The work,
Я
I
по
mean.
картину.
We know where to go.
Я знаю,
The
куда
barrack
идти,
room.
в казарму. Угу.
A ghost left a fragment of their past here.
Фрагмент своего. Так. Взять. Опять Библия какая-то. А, читать. Фу, я думал взять. Вот это возьмем. Это. Читать. Угу. Это тоже прочитаем. Угу. Так, моя милая Антея. Ага, ага. Заболели. Понятно.
That quill. Bet that's what we're looking
Вот
for.
теперь продумай, что мы ищем. Согласно воле погибшей Редого Форабери, его имущество, включая ружье, будет передано Тедди по прозвищу Тень в качестве вознаграждения за услуги в битве при Блэди Брук. Пусть тени с честью носят это прекрасное оружие.
I sensed the vivid echo of a ghost's memory.
Чувствую осколок. Давай мы проявим.
I only recognize my name in the list.
Distant family, but I can't disinherit them.
I would never ask you that. To have met you is already more than I ever expected. If I was to lose you, God forbid, I'd cherish all that reminds me of you.
If you were to lose me, all that I own would now be yours.
He claimed not to love her. Why lie?
Не любит ее, а зачем ему лгать?
Maybe he did once and now he doesn't.
Let's see what he has to say about it.
Интересно. Надеюсь, мне не надо никуда идти. А поговорить с ним надо.
Banisher?
Изгнатель.
I find papers, official papers. They tell quite the story.
That's all in the past, for the good of my future. But you may as well hear it from me. As she lay dying, Rebecca Hargrave gave me my freedom. Before that, I was her slave.
How very romantic.
If it weren't for the captain, the good people of New Eden would have let me die too.
Rebecca was in love with you. Feeling was not mutual. True?
I was her pet, a dog nuzzling its master, hoping she might loosen its leash. She loved me, she said. I allowed her to think I loved her back. I sat up and begged and let her pet me. I was a very good boy.
You gulled her, then took advantage.
To a slave, a crumb of freedom tastes like a loaf. You'd have done no different, and I do the same again. Enough chitter-chatter. Perhaps you should get back to work. What am I paying you for?
I'm a banisher, Mr. Miller, not a rat catcher. Ghosts were human. They're emotional, full of hopes and fears about the past and the future too. To find out what ties the ghost to the living and end the haunting, I must know the story. You want me to finish the job? Then the story must be told. The ghost must manifest.
I do not like this idea. This idea can shit itself 6 times by sundown.
Come on, break the brooch and let's get it over with.
No choice remains.
Выхода нет, пусть и будет так, и покончим.
Let it be done. And I'll be done with it! Step no closer.
Не приближайся. Я не понимаю, разве ты не рад меня видеть?
Now, Banisher.
Сейчас, внимательно, положите этому конец.
Not now.
Не сейчас вы
You need to hear the
можете
truth,
узнать
both of
правду
you.
оба.
That reminds
Кстати
me.
говоря, Ребекка, вы не
Rebecca, you
сказали,
omitted
что
to tell us
Фердинанд
that
был вашим
Ferdinando was
рабом,
your slave. That you
что
owned
он
him.
вам принадлежал. Я любила его.
I was a
Я
slave.
был ее рабом, я
I was
не
not free
мог
to
никуда
leave.
уйти.
What kind of
Что
love
это
is
за
that?
любовь?
What are you saying?
О чем говоришь? Мы
We
любили
loved
друг
each
друга.
other.
Love.
Любила, ха,
No.
как же я
I told my
говорил
master
своей
what she
хозяйке,
wanted
что
to
она
hear.
хотела
I gulled
услышать.
her with
Я
a lie.
гладил вокруг пальца.
I thought you
Я думал,
a
ты
fool.
глупая.
But no, you believed me because you
Нет,
wanted
ты и
to.
правда
Yet you didn't believe me,
вообще
did
мне
you?
не доверяла, как
Not
не до
entirely.
конца. Вот
That's
почему
why
ты не
you never
освободила
freed me.
меня.
I loved
Я
you,
любил тебя,
and
ты
you
любил
loved
меня. Это
me.
был всего
It
лишь
was but a piece of
листок
paper.
бумаги, листок
A piece of
бумаги.
paper
И
and a guarantee. I
гарантия, мне
needed
нужны
a
были
guarantee.
гарантии.
You don't know what
Ты не
love
знаешь,
is.
что такое любовь.
You
Ты
know only
знаешь
fear.
лишь страх.
You
Ты
fear
боялся
being undesired, being
оказаться
unnoticed.
нежеланной,
being alone.
незамеченной, одинокой.
True love
И
requires
если
you to
любите,
let
тогда
go.
сможете отпустить его.
Time to give this love story an
Поставить точку
ending.
в этой истории любви. Так.
Rebecca Hardgrave,
Ваша
your
любовь
love for
Харди
Fardy Miller is
сильна,
sincere but
но не
unwanted.
нужна ему. Вы
You're hurting him.
причините
Let him
ему
go.
боль, отпустите его.
Is it wrong to wish to spend
Подобно
your
было
life with the
желание
man
провести
you
жизнь
love?
с человеком, которого вы
You
любите.
did spend your
Вы
life with him.
провели с ним жизнь, а теперь
Now your life
вашей
is
жизни
over.
прошел конец.
He was
Он
mine.
был моим.
I
И не
wanted to
хотелось
keep
бы
him.
сказать, что в этом
Was
было
I
много.
wrong? You don't own
Он
him.
вам не принадлежит,
You
и не
can't
можете,
own him.
и не может принадлежать.
Let go.
Отпустите его, обретите
Find
покой.
peace.
Peace!
Покой разве
She gets
она
peace
покоя после
after
того,
all
как
she
она
did.
сделала?
I get peace,
Я
but
обрету
you
покой,
get your
но
freedom.
ты обретешь свободу.
I was
Я
wrong
была неправа.
I'm
Прости
sorry,
меня,
Фарди.
Фарди,
for
за все.
everything.
You have been here.
Вас услышали.
She deserves no peace.
Она не
She
заслужила
put me through
покоя.
hell. You don't care, Banisher.
Вам плевать
Just
на
one
это.
more mad master
Еще
in a
один
madder
материка
world.
еще. Ты, блин, охренела. Охренел, блин. Ой. Очкуешь?
Good day, sir.
Натанея, добрый
Nathaniel
день,
Sather, at your service.
Чем могу
What can I
помочь?
do for you?
Mr. Sather remains to
Еще
be seen.
простите, миссис Саттер, я
Red
Рэйф
McCraith, by the
Макрейт,
way.
кстати,
The Banisher.
сказать и знать.
You seem a chatty fella.
We see precious few new faces around here. You'll forgive me if I use you for fresh conversation.
Tell me about yourself. Share your business. Tell me what's important to you.
I'm from Boston. I love it very much. So much more lively. A fine mix of conviviality and anonymity. I miss that life. The music, the colour and the splendour, the dance of commerce. The flower sellers' forget-me-nots. Oh, the forget-me-nots. I very much wish to go home.
What are you doing here then?
I'm the shop boy. When the store moves, I move with it. Old man Ingersoll opened up a general store in Boston back in '78. Then he married Bathsheba. I came with them to New Eden intending to quickly return. But Mr. Ingersoll died. I extended my stay. They took me on when I was just a boy. I've no family. All I have is my Thomas, my closest friend.
You have, as my granny would say, the power to talk the back legs off a two-footed donkey. But I bet you listen too. What do you hear hereabouts?
Oh, little of interest. Pennington has signed John Rumble to the train band, which means nothing at all to me. I believe John was down the flooded mine. That can't have been fun. Maybe the militia will be good for him.
Huh? You never know who'll take to soldiering.
You say that, and I defer to your experience, but I'm sure it's not for me.
What can you tell me about Captain Pennington?
The captain? I've not a single bad word to say about that dismally antiquated, superannuated old man. His depth of experience is inspiring. Although I shudder to think what those experiences have done to him. But we should respect our elders. We should listen to their point of view, and then ignore it as we look to the future.
What do you think of Helen Priest, then?
I'd put her in charge if I could. She's bright, trustworthy, thinks for herself. She's not married to old doctrine. People here are desperate. They're sick, they need courage. And Helen Priest fears nothing.
More generally, how fares Fort Jericho?
It's cold. Our clothes are inelegant, the walls are drab. There's no music, no conviviality. There's no gaiety. Boston isn't much of a city, but I miss it. I wonder what I could make of this place were I allowed.
You can paint a turnip red, but it still won't be an apple.
True, but stack enough red-painted turnips about the place, and even the douriest Scotsman shall surely crack a smile.
I must go. Thank you for your time.
Take care, and mention it not.
Пустая болтовня. Ничего особенного. Ключ от сундука. Да ладно. Хорошо. Почему не могу туда пройти? Ну явно она вон там вот. Эх, жаль.
Captain Pennington.
Капитан Пеннингтон. Времени нет, назад пути нет, надежды нет, судеб. Куда пути нет, времени нет. Чего? Чего за бормотание?
Captain Pennington, sir.
Капитан Пеннингтон.
Mr. McRae, you live.
Вы живы.
There's work to be done.
Времени много.
Work?
Работы.
You had work.
У нас была работа, была задача подарить нам последний проблеск надежды.
Наконец нам все сразу, чем она поглотила нас.
You secretive bastards haven't helped.
Все своим.
The job is done. There's no more rope and little enough time. All that remains is the pit. Welcome to the last stand. Welcome to the end.
I wouldn't surrender just yet, Captain. I found Helen priests brought supplies.
A waste of effort on both accounts.
Hardly. We saved a life. Resupplied, you may save more.
For the sake of what? For the sake of days, a week perhaps. You've saved no one. You've prolonged the terror. The dead will come. Our throats will feel their bony fingers soon enough. The end is inevitable.
Конец неизбежен, но только что вы, только если вы
It is if you will not act.
не примете меры.
You're the officer, take command.
Офицер команд.
Surely you can't intend to do nothing.
Наверное, сидит сложа
You
руки.
sound like priests. She has changed.
Она изменит возвращение.
Her return to Fort Jericho has made her impulsive, irrational, quarrelsome. I believe she did not fully grieve her husband's loss. Returning to the scene as it seemed to reopen the wound. It festers. She'll join the lieutenant soon enough. When our defences crumble at the last, the pit shall take us all.
Fair to say your tactical retreat from New Eden town has not served you.
The town was doomed to fall to the curse. We disagreed on everything. There was nothing left to do but leave. We did not know there'd be no escape. Millsmith gathered the board and the governor let the affair flock to him. We never agreed on anything in the first place.
The new Smiths are holed up in the woods, planning soon to leave for Boston.
They may leave for Boston, but the curse will follow. The curse will follow until their backs are against the wall.
As the commanding officer, you must know all the local lumps and bumps.
The lumps and bumps can smooth themselves. I have other priorities.
Why did you come to New Eden, Captain? Why here?
Far from the many wars we fight, you mean? I'd shot enough Frenchmen and more than enough Indians.
Did no one come with you?
Keep to your business, son, not mine.
It's just, there's a portrait hanging on the wall. A family.
I had a wife and daughter once. I'll not entertain you with their story.
Tell me more about yourself and your career.
I did my duty and had the fortune to return alive. That's all. We who are intimate with war tell no tales.
I thought that too. I was wrong. Silence allowed my ghosts to prosper. It is good to tell our stories.
If ever I do tell, I'll not be telling you, son.
How do things stand, Captain, as you see them?
Little has changed. The dead flood from the mines. We shoot them down and gain respite. Soon, the onslaught begins anew. The clock of our extinction ticks on towards the hour. We may no more defeat the dead than we may vanquish the ocean waves.
You must at least try.
We lack much, yet we are still alive. How is that, do you think? We hold till the last. We resist, till retribution rises from the pit and drags us all to hell.
Well, that's something worth waiting for.
I fail to see the appeal of this slow agony.
How unfortunate, because thanks to you, and the time you brought us, the agony will be all the slower.
Permission to take my leave, Captain.
And if I refuse it?
Are you trying to recruit me, Captain? Do you really think I'd take the king's shilling?
If I were to offer enough shillings, I'm sure of it. I need no new lieutenants. But if you wish,
хотите,
This key unlocks the unused watchtower. You'll build it while you're here.
там, пока вы здесь.
On the one hand, a captain beaten by the world. On the other, his rival haunted and mutinous.
In a fort besieged by vengeful spectres.
Behind all the shit, there's something else. Something darker.
Так, надо было прокачаться. Ладно.
Could be worse. Could be underground.
Хуже, скажем, что... Пустой. Блин, надо было прокачать другое. Не хватает. Не понял. Отдохните в убежище. Ясно.
Banishers, may I have a word?
Helen, something wrong?
Apologies for disturbing your rest. I'm afraid it can't wait. What did you think of the captain?
Думайте о капитане.
I saw an officer alone, a proud man turned to stone perhaps by years of war. I saw a broken man.
I did not see the tyrant you described.
Inaction is tyranny. He will not act, but nobly get the hell out of the way.
I do not disagree, but the captain needs help.
I too was a soldier, broken and haunted. With Antea's help, I recovered. Pennington may need the same.
Leave Pennington to me. The good folk of the fort need your help. You are Banishers. The dead, you'll have noticed, hammer at the gates. I would like you to go into the mines and find out what enrages them so. I would like you to do what the captain will not.
And while we deal with the hordes of angry spectres, what shall you be doing?
When the mines are purged, I'll oust Pennington.
How goes it with Sebastian?
I'm not sure. I had never let go of my grief. I was bereft, empty. His absence gave me substance. I clung to it, useless really. My husband died in the dark, with nothing but my handkerchief to soothe his last moments. And now, he's back. If each worthwhile thing in life is to be lived, and then when it is gone, to be grieved, then what now? I have to believe our love is enough.
Love is hard work. We are bound to grieve all the different versions of ourselves.
I try to hold him and cannot. It taunts me. It was almost easier when he was gone.
All things are fleeting. Gaze upon the ghost you love and you can't deny it, bitter though the thought may be.
Yes, 'tis a blessing and a curse, yet against all reason we persist. Let us make the most of time remaining.
Is it your belief that Pennington's quarantine lies at the heart of the problem here? And this is why the dead rage so?
What else? He walled them in. Miners, nurses, soldiers, the healthy or the sick. He buried them all, and then he lied about it. I'll brook his callous cowardice no more.
Much goes on around here. You seem to know about all of it.
I try, and I could do something about it if the captain was out of the way.
What brought you to New Eden?
I came with Sebastian, willingly, mind you. My father was a soldier. I knew there'd be trouble. Sebastian courted me for 3 years. I swore when we married I'd follow him to the end of the earth. And here we are.
How's morale about the fort?
The fort has known better days. Not many, mind. It's always been miserable. Folk deserve better. They fought so hard and lost so much. The captain must show them a future.
Where do we go?
There is a second tunnel into the mines. The entryway was walled shut during the quarantine. Getting there will not be easy, but the barricade should fall without too much difficulty. After that, who knows?
Underground again.
If it soothes you, I too am taking a significant risk. The captain has a penchant for locking people up and leaving them to rot. some years ago in New Eden town. The captain locked up an innocent woman, a fate I wish to avoid.
We should go.
Then it's agreed. When you're ready, you'll investigate the mines. Take the hoist to the waterfall, near the outpost you first found me. From there, it is not far to the tunnel. Keep your wits and all your luck about you.
Опять Библия. Каждый раз наталкивается на Библию. Еще на время отклоняюсь, точнее, по дополнительному заданию отнесу железо и вернусь. Так, давайте на этом серию закончим. Спасибо, что досмотрели серию до конца. Увидимся уже в следующей серии. Не забывайте, можете прокомментировать, поставить лайк и подписаться на канал. А на этом я с вами прощаюсь. Всем до встречи, всем пока.